Welcome in to the Merrifield Sportsbook Show. We have 2 weeks left of the regular season, which is honestly just kind of shocking to say, but we've had some kind of terrible weeks of football with a few good games mixed in there past few weeks. We're going to get through it. Jay Coster here, Matt Merrifield here. Justin Walsh will be here eventually, we think. He's told us that he's going to be here. The question is when? Not sure. So, Jay DeCoster, how are you feeling on this Wednesday as we record?
Well, I forgot Arizona UConn is on, so I literally just turned it on. We got a pretty good finish, but yeah, Michigan State basketball is still good this year. The Bears are somehow 7-3. I don't know how, but we move, so life's good, I guess.
Matt Merrifield, how are you doing on this fine Wednesday evening in Macomb?
Absolutely spectacular. Would anybody like to guess in American football who the only three teams who are 9-2 are? Professional and college. I guess Division One FBS and NFL teams. Which of those from those two leagues? You know which three teams are 9-2?
Well, one I'm assuming is the Indianapolis Colts.
Actually, no. We're only 8-2.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Well, the Patriots are 9-2.
Patriots are 9-2. The Broncos are 9-2. And the Virginia Cavaliers are 9-2. What an absolutely disgusting list of football teams, as much as I love the Broncos. But obviously the Colts off a bye week. 2 thumbs up. Can't wait to get back to action. I don't know who we play this week. Doesn't matter. Or we play Kansas
City.
Whoa. 1 o'clock. We're underdogs. Colts plus 3.5. Love it. Macklin Celebrini. Gonna win the heart. Better than Connor Bedard.
But that'll be Connor Bedard.
No. Try again. What else? Basketball team, good. Yaxel Landenborg for Michigan, a mid-major merchant. I don't care that he had 24 points tonight against Middle Tennessee. He's not very good. What else? Oh, Michigan looked like shit against TCU on Friday. That was just an absolutely disgusting football game.
Basketball.
Exclusive. DeWitt opening as I'm going to set it at 19.5 point favorite over De La Salle on Friday or Saturday. Game Saturday, 1 o'clock, Grambling High School. Be there, be square. Listen on highschoolstreaming.com on the DeWitt Panthers Network. Going to be some great football. So.
Wow. I'm just watching whatever these final seconds are of this UConn game. It's a disaster. What'd you say, 16.5?
19.5.
Oh, dear Lord.
And keep in mind, the De La Salle beat King by 18, but I learned that King was missing like half of their starters for the first half last week, which was kind of a problem. So, yeah, give me the Panthers to roll.
It's just a wagon.
They're so good. Jay, do you know what the final score was last week against Benton in the quarterfinals of state playoffs?
I'm gonna say like 48-7. I don't know.
70-26.
Oh my god! Wow.
Would you like to guess how long the first quarter took?
Like an hour.
43 minutes for a 12-minute quarter.
Yeah, get that running clock out.
We didn't have no running. We did have a running clock in the fourth quarter. You have to be up by like 35 points in the first quarter. Fenton kept it close. They scored on the opening play from scrimmage. DeWitt took the ensuing kickoff back. We're 12 seconds into a game, and it's already 7-7, and it was just a gong show from there. But hey, the Panthers, they're hot. They're on the prowl. Anyways, Nick, back to you.
Yeah, on the prowl. Before we move on, I feel like you guys shared the other DeWitt stat that you gave me, total amount of yards.
Oh, okay. Give me a second. You can start talking. I'll go find that text.
I don't. Sure. Okay. DeWitt Panthers on fire right now. Chicago Bears on fire. You know who's not on fire? The Cleveland Browns.
Shadour's starting again.
Again, he's starting for the first time. So
shout out ESPN. I think it was Josina Anderson. She literally tweeted like Shadur's like what an underdog story. Even he completed that one pass. It was like a 3rd and 10, and Jerry Judy just broke like 3 tackles. Like Shadur didn't do anything on that play.
My favorite part was that he runs onto the field. The crowd is losing their minds because they don't realize Gabriel's in the 10. And he starts doing like the whole, oh, yeah, let's get ready. He does a giant loop. And then he calls his offense back to him, even though he's the moron that ran 10 yards backwards to gloat in the crowd just to have a 3-and-out. That's Shedeur Sanders in a nutshell. Hey, guys, you're going to come back to me now, even though I'm the one being an idiot. And then I'm not going to do my job either because I'm incapable of doing that. Sorry.
Oh,
Wait, my dad's on the sideline to tell me it's okay, and I'm a Louis bag. Disaster.
Let's go back to Dylan Gabriel, Nick.
he's concussed.
Oh yeah,
There's a reason he's not playing.
it's unfortunate.
I don't even know. I think our backup technically this week is Bailey Zappi. So
Zappy hour.
I hope so.
Oh, man.
God, that team is so bad. UConn's gonna lose this game.
All right, I have the Jay. Would you like to guess how many total yards there were for DeWitt and Fenton combined on Friday night, including kickoff returns? Total yards.
I'm gonna say like 880.
DeWitt had 826 by themselves.
Oh my god! Holy moly! All right, well, how much did Fenton have?
I'll just throw it out there. If you include returns, because DeWitt had 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns, 1,516 yards, 1,516 total yards. If you exclude returns, it was 1,100 total yards of offense.
Is DeWitt getting any? Is there going to be any MSU commits going there?
No, even though Rob Zimmerman should be the next head coach of Michigan State football. But no, they have a kid going to Central, and that's about it. They have a couple kids going to play at D2 and D3. And they're going to just steamroll.
Yeah.
I think. They're so good. Anyways, let's get to gambling. No Jay Walsh rankings until later, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you receive the Jay Walsh rankings?
I do have the Jay Walsh rankings for this week.
Can you show them?
We're recording right now.
Yeah, but don't. We could show him to us. We'll find out next week if he actually watches the episodes or not, because we won't tell him we already saw him. Boom! Look at that.
All right, let's just skip right here. Here we go. Jay, we only got a top 12 this week.
Wow, good. He listened to me. All right. Cool. This is what he gets for being late. All right, awesome. I don't even remember what the list was. It doesn't even matter. Moving on. Let's get to what's up next. Dumpster dives.
Do we want to do quick college basketball after last night, or do we just want to get into football?
I love Tom Izzo. Jeremy Fears can do no wrong. That man, I love Jeremy Fears. He might be my favorite Spartan of all time, and he's still got 2 years left. There was no player I'd rather have on my team.
Kurt Tang coming out party. He's like him and Trey Ford actually shot the ball pretty well. And Kohler made some few threes. I mean, next year, people were saying like this team is better than last year's team. I don't agree with that. But I mean, inside the paint, they can if they have good, they're not gonna have that good shooting like yesterday. But I mean, they could find a way into a 3 or 4 seed if they can hit their shots. I mean, they're a really good defensive team, and Fears is just a very smart player, and I love him. And Kohler's starting to stretch the floor a little bit more compared to last year. So
I don't know. This team, I was worried about not even as much as shooting because they shot like shit last year and they won 30 games. So the defense is still there. My concern was, are they going to have the defense from their guards? And to this point, they have, because it's more of a team thing. It's not necessarily individual basketball. They're just everybody's athletic. I don't see why they can't be better. Like, it truly, and as Nick, I told you earlier, Trey Fort and Kurtang were combined 6 for 15 from 3. I think that's sustainable. That right there, those two should be shooting 6 for 15 every single night combined. The question is can Kohler knock down 1 or 2? He did. Jesse McCullough probably won't make 2 threes combined the rest of the season because he's not going to play enough. I don't care. That's fine. Jeremy Fears knocked down his 1. I know Cohen Carr went 1 for 2. You could take away both those threes. Like, most importantly, as long as Tang and Ford shoot 6 for 15 and somebody else doesn't turn into an idiot and starts chucking shots they shouldn't, then they have the 3-point percentage there. And this team doesn't need to shoot threes, as they've proven over the last 13 months of basketball. So I think it's all there. I think they get, and if they get a night, if they walk into the Elite Eight and actually knock down a 3 and don't have a guy who just apparently wasn't believed in by his head coach and doesn't shoot 0 for 10, maybe they even beat Auburn. So then again, who knows? But anyways, besides the point, I think this team's really good. I think if the expectation should be get back to the Elite Eight and compete for another Big Ten title. I know Purdue looks really good, and I'd hate saying, yeah, Michigan State needs to win the Big Ten again because it's hard to win and repeat. So as long as they get a double bye, which I think is very much within the realm, be a top 3 seed in the tournament, and then from there get to the Elite Eight, and then hopefully you shoot well enough in the Elite Eight game to move to the Final Four. I think that's well within reason. I think expectable and within the realm of possibility. Nick,
am I allowed to ask a question that I saw on Kentucky Twitter last night?
Sure. And if I'm tired of people saying Michigan State didn't, like, I'm tired of the dismissal of Michigan State and saying just Kentucky's ass. But anyways, continue, Nick. I'm sorry.
They were asking, what if Mark Pope is our Patrick Ewing?
What? Okay, first off, Kentucky was missing 2 starters.
Yes.
And, like, it's Kentucky. They play the B. They're probably similar to Arkansas, where they're going to be decent. They'll probably be a 5 to 7 seed in the tournament. Like, they don't play defense, and their offense is what did one of the guys in the group chat use yesterday? Jay, do him ball. I think that was the term somebody was saying. Or maybe I'm thinking of, I don't know. There was some chat yesterday where somebody said Kentucky does do him ball. That's their style of play. So when you play a coach like Tom Izzo, that doesn't work. So I think that's more the problem. Kentucky will be fine, but whatever. I mean, I don't know. Kentucky's not that bad. I'm tired of people just because you lost to Michigan State doesn't mean you're bad. I don't know where that narrative came from. Maybe Michigan State does belong at the Champions Classic. Just saying. Anyways, how was your Champions Classic, Nick? How did that go? Home floor against the top 5 team and
down 2 starters, lost by 4. What can I say?
Dan Hurley doesn't win close games.
He doesn't. I mean, again, what can I say? I love that they have that as an upset alert on the bottom of the FS1 screen right now, that Arizona beat UConn, even though they're 3-4. So, good job, Fox. Where are we going from here? Week 13. The SEC is on Cupcake Week, so that leaves the pickings very thin.
That makes Jay Walsh's parlay really easy.
I guarantee you, Jay.
He's not even here to defend himself. I'm sorry.
Are they getting rid of Cupcake Week next year?
Yes.
They're going to 9 conference games. That doesn't mean they're getting rid of Cupcake Week.
This is also true.
Oh, yeah. That's just a joke. Save that for September.
I mean, yeah, but here we are anyways. Big games this week. What? Oregon, USC, and that's it?
That's the only decent. I mean, all these games suck. I mean,
you say Oklahoma, Mizzou.
I did not say that. That is the one SEC conference game this week, even though that's peak Big 12.
Yeah,
Big noon.
It goes back to my point from last week. Sorry to cut you off, Nick.
Oh, you're good. I was just saying Big Noon's going to Cincinnati for Cincinnati BYU. I mean, yeah.
I picked that game, but still. I'd rather watch DeWitt play De La Salle. That's at 1:00 for those that didn't hear me the first.
You're gonna watch a blowout?
I don't know if it's gonna be. I want to get too ahead of myself. Like De La Salle is a good football team, but De La Salle maybe shouldn't even be in this game. They went 3-6 in the regular season. They might they went 0-6 against playoff teams until they got to the playoffs. But
they also went down a division this year.
Yeah, because enrollment numbers at private schools in Michigan are down.
Yep, totally.
Mm-hmm. Anyways,
that's how that works, Matt.
How about Baylor, Arizona? Is that exciting anybody?
I'm good.
We have the pillow fight that is the American Athletic Conference, or just the American now. I'm trying to decide who's going to win that conference and steal a bid from JMU.
I mean, what a disaster of a conference. Both the Sun Belt and the American.
On this show, like a month ago, did I not warn the masses that this was going to happen?
You did.
Every once in a while, I'm right. I mean, this one was pretty clear to see, I felt like. So I don't feel like it was low-hanging fruit. But yet, here we are, ESPN, so shocked by the fact that, hey, there's a lot of decent teams that are all scheduled to play each other in the final 3 weeks. Things might get weird. And Navy might be in the playoffs.
Navy indeed might make the playoff.
Navy or North Texas. Those are the only two American teams I want to see anywhere near the playoff picture.
What, you don't want to see Keaton Hauser's East Carolina Pirates?
No, I do not.
No.
Spoiler.
Eric Morris, future MSU head coach. I'd love to see. I can't wait to see the up-tempo North Texas offense. Drew Metzmaker, future Spartan. I'm just kidding. I can only dream.
What do we think the Furman Clemson spread's going to open at? 4:30 on the CW. 6-5 Furman versus 5-5 Clemson. Sign me up.
You guys see the South Carolina versus Clemson's like on SEC Network? You know that game should be like a Navy. Like I mean, well, obviously both teams suck this year. Like coming in the year that was supposed to be like a great game.
That was supposed to be a playoff play-in game.
Now it's on the SEC Network.
It was last year. How the mighty have fallen. Is Shane Beamer going to get fired?
He should.
I mean, he's going to be in the playoff conversation next year.
Where's he going to go? Like, if he gets fired, he was supposed to go to Virginia Tech. Now he can't.
You know where he's going.
Dumpster fight, dumpster dive, even though it doesn't count because it's a Power 5 game. Virginia Tech plus 17.5. Do we think James Franklin's going to be there?
I mean, he has to, doesn't he?
Was he coaching?
He was coach, yeah.
No, he's just going to stand there on the sidelines, like the non-coaching sidelines, and just stand there.
That's all. Then they're going to win. Because it's November Mario Cristobal. The stars are aligning.
The stars are indeed aligning. Do we want to quickly mention the mess that is the college football playoff right now? And people being mad of Notre Dame being ranked over Miami.
Use your brain, people. It's not September. I feel like we touched on this last week. Like, guys, watch.
We talked about this. The eye test.
Like, use your eyes. Partially, for better or for worse. Like, I get it. In the NFL, there's no eye test. Yeah, because even though the Broncos are good, they don't look good. And I know why people hate the Broncos. Guess what? Wins are all that matters. But it's also only a 32-team league. And the schedule can be done in a way where you can kind of get a pretty good gauge of how good teams are. And you know what? Top 6 records get in. You don't do that in college football. I know it wouldn't work in college football, but still, this is the system we've created. Why are you surprised that it's doing what it was designed to do? It baffles me. ESPN made this system. Why are they upset that it's doing what they made it to do? You want to sneak Alabama in? you're also going to have to deal with crap when Notre Dame actually looks good. Also, why does anybody want Miami in? They're not any good.
It's just the brand. I mean, Miami's a brand. Miami's a brand.
Yeah.
So,
but brand. The Raisin brand.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the U though. It's all like TV ratings. Like no one wants.
Miami is the Raisin brand of college football. They're not, but I'd like to think so.
Yes.
They're more like stale Lucky Charms, to be honest. But either way, the point being that I just can anybody make an argument as to why we would want, and even with the brand comment, Notre Dame's a bigger brand. They're also a better team.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree. I think like Notre Dame has the two best losses in the country. You could say like they haven't really beaten anyone. They beat USC, but other than that, like that's really it. But I mean, Miami has two ACC losses, and the ACC is absolute dog crap. It's like
all I'm gonna
that's
say
it.
is that in these final 2 weeks, I need, this is a need, not a want, a need. Miami, Texas, even though they're probably out anyways, Michigan and Virginia to all lose. I don't want them anywhere near the conversation. I don't want some BS. Well, somebody else lost, so they're going to sneak in. No, like Utah, BYU, Vanderbilt, USC, Georgia Tech, they all belong to be in the conversation. They can play themselves in or out. Fine by me. You guys are decent, well coached, half watchable. The other teams I mentioned, lose, please. I want you nowhere near the playoff. You don't deserve it. You are not good. That's my final argument. I got nothing else. You guys can take the rest home.
I mean, you're not wrong. It feels like that Michigan loss is coming sooner rather than later, but again,
beat him, Mike Loxley. Fuck it. I don't even care if they beat Michigan or beat Ohio State. I hope Mike Loxley ends their fucking season. That stupid turtle, Testudo, planting a flag, walking right up to Sharon Moore, who might be the worst CEO head coach in the history of college football, and just teabag him. Because how do you turn the ball over 5 times in a baseball stadium and still win? And your kicker misses 2 kicks. One of them was acceptable, the 60-yarder, whatever.
And then you carry the kicker off the field after he hits the game-winning one, like you just won the Super Bowl.
Carried off the field like Buddy Ryan in the Super Bowl. I don't know.
But Bryce Underwood's regressed. Because somebody tried saying, I think even Fox tried to prove, oh, look at his numbers at home versus on the road. It doesn't matter where he's played the last month and a half. He's been bad. He was bad against Purdue. He was fine against Washington a month ago. Like, those numbers at home look good because he played Central. And he played okay against Wisconsin, who also sucks.
It's a disaster. It's an honest disaster.
It is a disaster. It's unacceptable. And also, this game's on the road, so by logic, he's going to suck this week.
Probably, even though Maryland is not good.
I don't even know if it matters.
I don't think it does. Lane Kiffin, where's he going? Given that's the whole talk this week, even though I think this is just so overplayed.
I think it's Lane just being an attention whore.
Yes, it is.
I think he stays at Ole Miss. I think he coaches the playoff game in December. I think he stays.
Go ahead, Jay. Sorry.
No, I think he stays another year. It's just like if he doesn't coach that playoff game, that'd be insane.
Well, the only thing I have against it, not against him, the only reason I believe he isn't staying is because he should stay. Whether or not he should or shouldn't, he should. Is he going to? I don't know. If my employer gave me an ultimatum while I seemed unfazed by it, that's not a good look. And Ole Miss, I know they play into it. Their social media now is retweeting shit, like being the troll that Lane is. They're playing into it, which is great. But also, that ultimatum is kind of scary. That kind of just gives me the vibe that he's just going to walk away. And I mean, I guess nobody. I don't know. Good for him, I guess. I'm glad people want him, but I don't. Florida's not better than Ole Miss, not at this point. Because once again, as we've talked about on the show, as long as the money's there, which it clearly is at Ole Miss, the support, the NIL is clearly being funded well. History doesn't matter. He's got the established culture. He's got the coaching staff. He's got the fan base support. He has everything he needs at Ole Miss to win. He's won 10 games for the third year in a row. Why leave? Why try and recreate it somewhere else?
No, LSU, that's a whole different beast.
I don't even think so. I think Ole Miss has the money with LSU. Like, once again,
no, LSU is different, man. It's just different in Baton Rouge. They have so many more resources in Ole Miss.
They got Raising Cane's money.
Yeah.
Okay, if they do, then sure, go. I'm all for it. I mean, I guess from that standpoint, maybe they do. Once again, we don't know, but on paper, for him to be as successful he has been, Ole Miss has to be some pretty deep pockets. So like, and I don't know the numbers behind it. I'm not a college football GM. I gotta keep that phrase, but I don't. So I don't know what the finances are to be necessary to build a winning football team. What that minimum number is. Or what the difference is between $20 and $25 million. And if that $5 million makes a difference, God knows how much that budget actually is for a football team. I'm afraid to find out. So I guess none of us actually know that answer. I wish we did. That'd be kind of cool. But once again, it's because college athletics are beyond.
I got asked a question last night. I want to ask you guys this. If you were Dan Lanning, I know you guys love Oregon.
Staying. Playing a cupcake conference. You have Nike money. You have other money too. It's not like Phil Knight's the only billionaire at that school.
I agree. I want to ask you guys a question because I mean, Oregon's got the Nike money, but also LSU. You know, it's one of the premier SEC. It's one of the premier programs in the SEC. No, but I mean,
Oregon, you have so much pressure at LSU, whereas Oregon, you're like Matt said, it's cupcake conference. Honestly, if we're 100% honest. Big Ten kind of cupcake conference. They figured it out in year one. I don't see why you would leave to go to the SEC, where it's probably going to be 5 times as hard to get to the success they're at with Oregon right now.
I feel like they go after LSU go after John Summerall from Tulane. I mean,
I don't think that's a big enough name that's going to get people excited at LSU.
Yeah. Whatever that rivalry game is, LSU Ole Miss is what is that called?
The Magnolia Bowl.
The Magnolia Bowl next year will be must see. Sign me up. Miss fans are just going to be so pissed.
Yeah. But let's move on to dumpster dive picks. I mean, we got a whole slate of them this week.
Give me the North Texas over. I think it's 55.5. Jay's with me on it too.
I always take the over in North Texas because Eric Morris, the future Spartan head coach, we just up tempo 20 seconds every play. I like that. Nick, go ahead and give yours because I still have to.
You know what? I'm going down to Boca Raton. Give me Florida Atlantic plus 7.5 against UConn because UConn never shows up on the road.
Jesus.
Sure.
Jay, can I interest you in over 69.5 in South Florida UAB?
I was looking at that. So many points, man.
Go high, you go higher.
Yes. I could be interested in that.
Give me, honestly, especially with, is it a done deal? Is he going to UCLA? Is Chesney going to UCLA, Nick?
From my sources, potentially, it's a done deal.
Give me Wazoo plus 13.5. It would have been a lock of the century had game day gone there. I don't care. Give me Wazoo. They're not terrible. They need a win to make a bowl game. I don't know if they'll necessarily win that game because they have the Pac-12 championship part 2 next week against Oregon State on the CW. but they only lost by 3 to Ole Miss. They only lost by 2 to Virginia. Like they've kept most of their games close here as of late. So, and Jamie's probably looking ahead to the playoff, and
that they won't make.
Probably not, but yeah, give me Wazoo plus 13.5.
I like. I'll take Fresno -3 over Utah State. Fresno's been solid this year. Yes, I actually don't know. He might be still hurt. I don't even know. I also like Marshall -4.5 over App State. That's an interesting one. Like
Donaldson's played the last 3 weeks, Jay. Just a heads up. He's been back. He's been good.
There you go.
Back-to-back games with a touchdown. Bet him anytime.
Yes. Can I interest you in East Carolina -2.5 over UTSA?
Actually, no, but thank you for trying.
Keaton Hauser going to the Alamo Dome.
Yeah. Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.
Welcome to hell. So those are my options.
Can I interest you in Samford plus 54.5 at Texas A&M?
Jay, just pick one of the cupcake games, even if there's not a line for it yet. Just pick a mid-major you like enough to justify taking.
I mean, doesn't Eastern Illinois go to Bama this weekend?
Correct.
Yes,
They
do.
Give me Eastern Illinois. That's going to be like a 50-point spread, maybe even more.
Great pick.
So there you go.
Wow. Those were some wow picks. I guess let's get into the picks. Jay Walsh may never just show up. Who knows?
Hey, aren't we glad that I said to show the Jay Walsh rankings?
I mean, we would have gotten to
them. I don't even remember them, but at least if you're watching, you can go back and slide the little bar at the bottom and find out.
Very true.
Alabama Eastern always on at 2:00.
Yes, on SEC Network Plus.
Does that
shout out Jimmy G and Tony Romo?
SEC doesn't do it like the Big Ten. God, could you imagine a Big Ten plus football game?
The camera work would be something.
Some poor sophomore that's called only field hockey before. Just hand off to
getting thrown into the Thunderdome.
And no game. Friendly reminder, this game is being produced by students from Michigan State.
Big Ten Plus.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's get to the picks.
Well, Jay Walsh is sending his picks. Of course, he's not.
I'm confused as to what I'm looking at here, and he's not going to make it. I'm not waiting for his ass. Sorry, Jay Walsh.
I mean, yeah, no, he's not going to make it. I'll just read off his picks since we just got them delivered to us by carrier pigeon, basically, half hour into the show. Iowa State -4.5 versus Kansas. Oklahoma State -7.5 versus Missouri. Northwestern -3.5 versus Minnesota. Utah -17.5 versus Kansas State. And Tennessee -3.5 at Florida. Notice there are no big picks for Jay Walsh. Matt, I'm honestly kind of disappointed if I'm being honest.
I'm almost offended.
That's I might have to change my parlay now, just because of that.
Why? Did he steal your picks, or more so just because we need to have big spreads?
Just because we need to have big spreads.
You go right ahead. I'm good.
I mean, I'm gonna. Yeah, Matt, I'll just go to you first while I see if I'm gonna make adjustments here.
All right. All my games are at 3:30 or later. The noon slate, find something else to do. Maybe tune in at 1:00 to DeWitt and De La Salle from Grand Blanc High School. Anyways, starting off 3:30. Jay, you wanted to interest me in East Carolina plus or -3. Uno reverse card. We're taking the Roadrunners. Meet me +3 against the Pirates from ECU in the Thunderdome. ECU, they're in position to be in position. UTSA can play spoiler in this situation. East Carolina, they got FAU on the road next week. They just barely beat Memphis. They've won 4 in a row. Not today. Not this one. UTSA, senior day. Hold on, is it senior day? No, it's not senior day. They actually host Army next week. But either way, doesn't matter. UTSA gets it done. At home, they're a good team. On the road, they are terrible. But they're at home in the Thunderdome, the Alamo Dome. Love it. +3 UTSA. Moving on. Houston -1.5 against TCU. TCU is horrible on the road, as we found out late at night on Saturday against BYU. I'm going back to the well. Lee Fritz, great football coach. I don't know why his team is ranked. They're really not that good. They barely beat UCF. They did cover at UCF, though. They did cover, even against the Space Uniforms 2 weeks ago. Off a bye. They're ready to run the football against TCU. I think that's more strength anyways, is running the football. So give me the ground game. Give me the Cougs -1.5 against the TCU team that just got ran over. Yes, give me Houston -1.5. Next up, Utah -17.5. It was almost my lock of the week, but Jay Walsh took it, and that's fine. Utah -17.5. Utah, does anybody here know what their closest win was this season? They're 8-2, by the way. Their closest win was, anybody got a guess?
I'll go 14.
Cycles. Yeah.
It was week 3 at Wyoming. They won by 25. When they win, they blow you out. They run the football, and if you can't stop the run, you're in trouble. Kansas State does not do a great job of stopping the run. Texas Tech ran through them a couple weeks ago, and that was at the Little Apple. So Utah at home, Rice Eccles. Give me Utah -17.5. Next up, look ahead spot. I'm taking Maryland off. I'm gonna let you, not to steal reveal any of your picks early, Jay. You can have Maryland. I'm taking Kentucky +10 against Vanderbilt. Look ahead of the week. We were right about Arizona. Not only did they cover last week in the Big 12, but they won outright. This week it's Kentucky because Vanderbilt has a big date where they might be favored over Tennessee in a week. I am actually interested to see where that line opens at. Actually, probably in Neyland, it'll probably be Tennessee minus, if I had to guess, like 2.5, 1.5. It'll be a tight spread regardless. That's a big game. Vanderbilt might get their way into the playoff if they win that one. You got to win this one first at home. Diego Papia, hopefully senior day. Give me Kentucky +10. Chance to make a bowl game with a win here. They also might beat Louisville next week. I still might take that anyways, but give me Kentucky here on the road. Play spoiler. Keep it within 10. Next up, Georgia Tech -2.5 against Pitt. Georgia Tech's a good football team. Yes, they had the look ahead of look aheads against BC last week. Luckily, they were good enough to find a way to win at home at night. The only thing I'm worried about is that maybe, I'm buying into Pitt getting their butt beat last week because, like their coach said, they didn't care. And he said that before the game. But you don't get to pick and choose. And this one, Georgia Tech's a better coach team. They just need to win this one before they take on Georgia. And technically, all they need to do is win the ACC. They win today, or they win on Saturday. They're in the ACC title game, I believe. So they're going to go out. They're going to take care of business, cover the field goal. Finally, Washington -10.5 at the Rose Bowl against UCLA. Washington's a good football team. They've been good against the bad teams this year, except for Wisconsin. I think staying on the West Coast late at night, a way to get to an 8th win just to finish off the year strong. I know they still have Oregon next week at home, which could get interesting, but their over-under win total on the year was 7.5, which is +100, even money. They get a win this weekend against UCLA. They cover that before the final week, and I think they get it done. Give me Washington -10.5. Lock of the week is Georgia Tech. And, I missed a game. The other game I'm taking, give me BYU -2.5 on Saturday night at Cincinnati. I don't think Cincinnati can stop the run very well. They're slipping. They just lost to Arizona. They had the bad loss to Utah. I think it's just downward spiral, and the Mormon magic's going to continue as they need to continue to pick up wins and make it to the Big 12 title game on the road. Give me BYU to cover 2.5. But my lock is indeed Georgia Tech -2.5. Who's up next?
It'll be me. Georgia Tech was going to be my lock, but whatever.
Sorry,
we'll find a new one. as we speak. I'm gonna start off with you took Wazoo. I'm gonna take James Madison. And the noon slate start off the noon slate. I mean James Madison's fighting for that college football playoff spot. I know Wazoo's been keeping games close, but they also did lose an ugly game to Oregon State, who's absolute dog shit. So, I mean, they're not very good either. So I like James Madison, the spot minus 13.5. Next, I got Oklahoma minus 7.5 against Mizzou. I don't respect Mizzou at all. I really don't. They don't. Their only good, decent win was against Kansas in a rivalry game. Other than that, they haven't really beaten anybody. And I guess you could say they kept it close with Bama, but I don't. I don't think Mizzou's good. Actually, that's going to be my lock. Give me Oklahoma minus 7.5. Oklahoma's rolling. I think they continue that momentum. They're trying to get to the playoff. So give me Oklahoma. Give me the Sooners minus 7.5 against Mizzou. Next, like you said, Matt, I'm taking Maryland plus 14 against Michigan. It's just the ultimate look ahead spot. You saw Maryland a couple of years ago with that loaded Michigan team, and they kept it close in that game. Maryland wasn't good that year, obviously, like they never are, but kept it pretty close. I think they lost by like 3 or 6 or something like that. So it's just the ultimate look ahead spot for Michigan. The game's at home, so give me Maryland plus 14. Next, I like USC plus 9.5. I think this is too many points. I think this is going to be a really good game. USC is a pretty solid football team. Oregon's obviously very good. Austin's going to be a very tough place to play, but I mean USC. I mean, I just think that's a little too many points. I like USC to keep it close here. That's just a lot of points for me. So give me USC plus 9.5. Solid football team. And last but not least, like Matt said for his lock, I am taking Georgia Tech as well. It's just they're decent, but Georgia Tech at home at Bobby Dodd at night. Georgia Tech is very, very good, so I will take Georgia Tech minus 2.5. So those are my 5 picks for the week.
All right, I guess that leaves me. I'm just throwing picks up against a wall this week, hoping things stick. Because what is this board? I don't know. Headed to let's see, my 5th best stadium I've been to this year, and I've been to 5 stadiums this year. Headed to the Alamo Dome. Give me UTSA plus 2.5. God, I hated that place. Let's keep moving on. We're headed out to Colorado. Give me New Mexico minus 3.5 against the Air Force. I like this Colorado or New Mexico team. I know they haven't been the greatest this year, but they still have their moments. Give me the Lobos. Headed out to Cincinnati. Give me Cincinnati plus 2.5 or whatever the number is, 2.5. Home team getting points at night, especially Nip at night. It gets crazy there in Cincinnati at Nippert Stadium. Give me the Bearcats plus 2.5. Headed out west. Give me Fresno State minus 2.5 against Utah State. Kind of like the Bulldogs in this spot. Utah State hasn't been outstanding this year. And to close out, we are going to the Rose Bowl for the final time ever, at least according to documents that have been filed in Los Angeles courts. Give me UCLA plus 10.5 in their final game at the Rose Bowl. Are they actually going to cover that? I don't know. I just like the sentimental value there, even though UCLA has kind of been awful at the Rose Bowl.
I would say, can I ask, is there any sentimental value? Like,
No, there's not really.
Like the Cubs at Wrigley Field. It's like, I don't even know what to compare it to. It's like, I guess not even Oakland leaving the Coliseum because, well, the Coliseum's a dump, and I guess the A's are cool, I guess. Like, it's like a reverse. Except the football team's the dumpster fire. So.
Valid. There's not really a good comparison for that, but they played there for like 50 or 40 years, so they're going to send it out with a bang and maybe pull off an upset against Washington. Doubtful, but you never know. So yeah, those are going to be my 5 picks. My lock, God, I I don't. Give me UTSA. Sure, why not?
Bang! Yes. Yes.
I was so tempted by Hawaii plus 2.5 at Allegiant Stadium on Friday night, but I feel like I pick Hawaii every week. Had to change it up a bit, but just know that was probably pick number 6 on my card. So shout out the Rainbow Warriors. I don't know what else we got here. We're 45 minutes into this. Jay Walsh apparently isn't coming. Shout out his work, I guess. You know who else we should shout out here? The nation of Curacao, who have qualified for the World Cup for the first time ever, have the population similar to Sterling Heights, Michigan, or for Jay DeCoster, Naperville, Illinois. So shout out to Curacao. 0 players on that team were born in Curacao because they're all using their Dutch citizenship, and obviously Curacao is very much related within the Netherlands, being a former territory there, but they're the smallest nation ever to qualify for a World Cup. So will be great to see them play at some. They'll probably play at Jerry's World for some reason, 100,000 people, and they're playing there. That will be something. Also, let's take a moment here. Okay. Shout out the Saskatchewan Roughriders, Grey Cup champions. What a time to be alive it is. What a game on Sunday. Trevor Harris, AJ Ouellette, a Joe, Matt's favorite player, Colts legend.
Did not know that's how you pronounce it, but
I mean, that's how I've pronounced it this whole time, and you kept telling me it's wrong, and I knew I was right. I'm the owner here, Matt.
You didn't necessarily tell me, you just spelt it, and I just kind of assumed, I don't know, like.
I mean, Samuel Emila, shout out him too. What a year for the Rough Riders. Top of the league going into the playoffs, win the Grey Cup, fully deserved. What a time to be alive it is. Very happy that they pulled it off. And yeah, I got nothing else. So if you guys have anything else, let's hear it.
Nick, as a Packers owner, do you think Aaron Rodgers plays Sunday?
I don't care.
He's your guy, Aaron Rodgers.
He's not my guy. He plays on the Steelers now. Jordan Love is my guy until he gets injured, and then it's Malik Willis.
He's the stink. Matt LaFleur stinks.
That might be true.
He needs to play calling.
If I could orchestrate a trade, I would do Kevin Stefanski for Matt LaFleur 1-for-1 right now.
You know who doesn't stink? The Firebirds.
This is true.
Like they might be good, Nick. Like I don't even like not just better than last year, but they are a good hockey team.
I'm not disagreeing. Every time I see them, they're putting up like 7 goals a game.
But now this tough weekend, they play 3-3. They're in Brampton, Guelph, and Owen Sound Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So,
I mean, Guelph might be the host for the 2027 Memorial Cup. So
I don't know why Flint isn't, to be completely honest. I mean, I do know why that rink could not does not have the facilities for a Memorial Cup, but
it does not come even close. I can very much confirm to you that. The surrounding area also not prepared for a Memorial Cup. The general surrounding area.
The vehicle city.
I mean, yeah, but the arena is literally like, it looks like a mall when you're passing it on I-69, and it's just surrounded by a parking lot. There's nowhere you can put anything else.
What else do you need?
Oh, you didn't go to the Memorial Cup in 24 when it was in Saginaw.
I mean, I saw Saginaw's rink a couple weeks ago, which was my first time there. I mean, it is better equipped for what I would imagine a Memorial Cup is like. But outside the arena, I didn't notice a whole lot because
they had like a bunch of like events stuff out there. They had kids playing floor hockey. They had the Hockey Hall of Fame there.
Oh, they'd have to repave the whole parking lot in Dort if they wanted any of this to happen.
Exactly. That's kind of the whole point here.
You are seriously worrying if you're going to lose the front end of your car every time you drive through that parking lot, especially at night after a game, because you can't see any of the potholes.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Anyways.
Oh.
All right.
Do we have anything else?
Before you say something heinous.
All right. It's going to wrap it up for this week of the Merrifield Sportsbook Show. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back next week. It is our world famous Thanksgiving show next week. What makes it world famous? I have no idea. I just made that up right here, right now. Who knows what's going to happen? We'll be back. Rivalry week, Thanksgiving, fun stuff like that. We will see you again next week for another episode of the Merrifield Sportsbook Show.